Okay, so this weekend on my personal page on Facebook, my first personal fashion page, the links for it will be below, I encountered, shall we say, a person not very kind. Alright, so what we have is, first I posted an article that I found that was basically asking why can't men wear a dress to work? That's the title of the article. And it went into a lot of details about how unfair the fashion industry and just work clothes and work dress codes and all of those have been towards men, and also about how society in general. Okay, we already know all this. That's why that's why my video page exists. That's why my fashion page exists, and that's why I'm talking to you now. Alright, so one of you people, respondents, responding to my posting of this article, says, pretty good article. And then he says, you know, it's pretty much a thing ingrained into people. Very recently, we had a gay marriage debate, and one of the arguments that a woman from one of those religious nut groups was saying was that school told my son he can wear a dress to school if he wants to. End quote. Like that's a motherfucking bad thing. And like that has anything to do with marriage anyways. But point is, lots of people need to move away from the years of conditioning. Great post. Great response. Okay? And by the way, I'll put a link to the article that I posted down below as well. Alright. So, after that comment, I responded to him. I said, that is indeed the question that needs to be asked when someone spews such silliness. The silliness of saying that because of gay marriage, boys are being allowed to wear dresses to school. Like that's a motherfucking bad thing. And I said, that is indeed the question that needs to be asked when someone spews such silliness. What exactly is wrong with that? What is wrong with the school allowing a boy to have the same freedom of choice as a girl? Because I'm sure at that school, girls wear skirts, or dresses, or pants, or shorts, or whatever, but the boys are stuck in probably pants, or shorts. Ugh, I hate shorts. There's very few shorts I like, by the way. Alright. Yes, I like to show my legs, but I really hate the way shorts look. And, alright, so, then this other idiot comes in, and he says, like, and he quotes the other guy, he says, quote, like that's a motherfucking bad thing, quote, end quote. And then his comment, like it's a motherfucking good thing either. If people can be free to do what they want, e.g. men parading around in women's clothes, first of all, his use of the word parading around. I don't parade around. I wear my clothes, just like a woman wears her clothes, just like a guy wears his clothes. I just put them on and I go out. Frankly, I mean, they're odd looking. Yes, they're odd looking because I'm a guy, for God's sakes. Alright. If people can be free to do what they want, e.g. men parading around in women's clothes, then others can be free to judge. Yes, he's correct. Others can be free to judge. And any guy who does that will rightfully be seen as a fucking weird cunt. Yes, to close-minded assholes like this. And yes, I will be going ad hominem. I'm sorry, this guy pissed me off. Alright, so I respond to him. Yeah, hang on. My screen just turned off. Okay, oh, okay, good. Alright, Alright, so my response to him is, aside from the possible bullying a child might get, can you tell me why it would not be a good or neutral thing? And it is the latter that it should be. It should be a neutral thing. It should not be a big deal. A child should just be able to wear whatever the fuck he wants to school without being bullied for just that reason. Okay? So this guy goes on, and he goes on to a big diatribe that I will try to parse as best I can. Here's the usual thing that these sort of people come out with. Men and women, sure, we're mostly the same, being all human, but we have our differences. This is a point that a lot of these people make. Yes, I know that men and women are different. That's why we're called men and women. Women get pregnant, men impregnate. That's how it works, okay? Those are the two differences. Otherwise, we are mostly the same. Yes, we might have different biological shit, we might have different skin tone, we might have different body structures, but that's about where it ends, okay? As far as I'm concerned. But these people just love to fucking harp on this, we are different, and therefore this is how it should be, and this is what he's going to do. Things that have evolved over thousands, perhaps millions of years. How we think, how we have, and how we present ourselves, amongst countless other things. It goes on. So a guy starts parading around in a dress, that word again, to meet people. That is simply not normal. Okay, first of all, shithead. It wasn't normal for people to wear clothing until the first person started wearing clothing. It wasn't normal for people to shit outside, or shit inside a little cubicle instead of going outside in the woods and using a pine cone, okay? It wasn't normal for people to hurl themselves at 70 miles an hour along a concrete path in a machine made of steel. None of these things were normal. And guess what? It was not normal for women to walk around the street wearing pants. In fact, in Paris, it was illegal. Alright. So, once again, this is one of these people going on about normalcy, okay? Alright, it's simply not normal. Most people wouldn't be comfortable with that. Oh, so I have to bow down to people who are not comfortable with something that hurts nobody, takes air from nobody, takes food from nobody, hurts nobody. Right, okay. You know what? I don't bow down to bigots, okay? I only bow down to bigots when it comes to my job. That's it. But here we have a tiny minority of people somehow think that we can just flip everything on its head, deny millennia of normality, and insist that everyone else should simply conform to your perverse fantasy. Yes, asshole, you should conform. But by conform, I mean you should just be a decent human being and treat people decently and don't put up fucking roadblocks for them. That's what I mean. So yeah, do it if you want. But the ultimate reason why it's bad is because you are going to cop shit for it. Oh, it's bad because I'm going to cop shit for it. You know what? There's a lot of shit that people have done that they've copped shit for, and it was not bad. It was bad at first because they were getting beat up for it. Like civil rights leaders, women's rights leaders, religious rights leaders. All of these. They're all people that fucking rocked the boat and changed things and pushed for things. And yeah, they copped shit for it. What were they supposed to do? Just shut up? I mean, our fucking founding fathers did it too. Alright. No one should be obligated to pander to someone who wants to behave in a way that is below standard. Below standard? Fuck you, dude! What do you mean, below standard? Go F yourself, man. Like I said, this guy pissed me off. So you're just going to make life difficult for yourself. But you and your kind are going to bitch and complain about how everyone should, for some reason, accept or even embrace this. No, I don't want you embracing anything, dude. What I want you to do is treat people with respect. Okay? Here's another thing that these sort of people say, and that is, the world doesn't owe you anything. They're always harping about this. Just like men and women are different. These are known facts. The world doesn't owe me anything. But I will say this. I think by the social contract, we do expect to be treated with decency. And yes, with initial respect. You don't treat someone like shit because you don't like the way they're dressed. I am not a fan of saggers. I'm not a fan of the gangsta look. I'm not a fan of people in suits. Right? I'm not a fan of it. But you know what? I'm not going to treat any of those people like crap when I first come across them. However, this individual will. I will go further into that. Frankly, you aren't even owed an explanation. If you can't understand that, then that's your problem. 99% of people probably will not understand why a man would want to emasculate himself to the point of wearing a dress as part of the regular wardrobe. And I bet you'll never make them understand. I won't make this guy understand, that's for sure. This guy is a troglodyte. Okay? He is knuckle dragging. His knuckles must be absolutely bare of skin. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel about this jackass. Alright, so let's see. 99% of people probably will never understand. Guess what? It's actually probably 70% of the people. Because I know there's a lot of guys out there, a lot of women out there that would actually like this to be a thing. It's just they're quiet about it and they don't really speak up about it except in their little groups. And that's a problem. People need to get the hell out of the closet. That's how I feel. And yeah, it's a closet of sort. Okay. And I point out to them the history of skirts and how they were originally for men. Skirts, not dresses. How high heels and makeup, they were all originally for men. Heels were born out of combat. I mean, they were meant for people to be able to engage into the stirrups on horses and fire bow and arrow. Okay? Alright, so, let's see. So, now, this is a person that I'm sure is one of these anti-SJW types. And I'm not a fan of SJWs on a whole. I think what they are pushing for some things they're pushing for are a good thing. Social justice is fine. I've got no problem with social justice. I have a problem with people getting more rights than everybody else. That's what I have a problem with. Alright, so I said, also, this is what he said. Also, I think the most insulting thing is that you get people who are unfortunately treated poorly and bullied for reasons that aren't their fault. Maybe someone is born with a speech impairment. Maybe someone is born a dwarf. Maybe someone is born with a disability, or maybe someone is born just because they're plain ugly. All of these people are different through no fault of their own. They unfairly cop shit throughout their life, and they probably wish for nothing more but to simply be normal and to fit in. This guy's all about normalcy. But then you get someone who is healthy, who doesn't have any of these inhibitions, who decides, who makes the choice to do weird shit, to behave in a way that's not normal. There's that word again. And then they get fucking upset when people react negatively to that. What in the actual fuck is the person expecting? They brought that shit upon themselves and they can easily avoid it or stop it. But no, boo, everyone else should stop bullying me. Fuck right off. No, you fuck right off. Alright? That attitude is bullshit. Let's see. It's so much crap. First of all, this is what's called Depression Olympics. He is going on about how this group of people is treated like crap, and yet the people below who are making a choice, okay, they're making a choice. Some don't. Some it's not a choice. Somehow, one group of people doesn't deserve to be put down, but the group below, because they're making the choice, they deserve to be put down. This is the same argument as gays. They make the choice, therefore they deserve what they get. Fuck you. That's what I say to this asshole. Alright. And, and he goes on. Look, it's simple. No one owes you anything. Did I say anyone owes me anything? No, I'm asking for respect. I'm asking for people like myself and people who want to have more freedom in what they wear and how they want to live their life to be treated decently, not like shit. Wait till I get to the other point. Alright. I'm actually going to skip a lot of this. Like I said, if you want to see it, go to the page. He basically goes on about how a small percentage of people just wants to make a change, and this is a bad thing. He doesn't quite understand that it's been small percentages of people that have changed things over time. It was a small percentage of women that actually pushed for the vote, and over time it became what it is now. It was a small percentage of a lot of people to get things moving, shall we say. So that small percentage argument is fucking bullshit. Oh, this is what he does. He compares, get this, he compares my wanting to have freedom in wearing what I like, and many other people wanting to have that freedom, to someone who wants to drive on the wrong side of the street. Let that sink in. this individual just compared wearing items of clothing, the act of which hurts nobody, takes air from nobody, steals money from nobody, blah blah blah. He just compared that to taking your car, getting into your car and driving on the wrong side of the street. One results in no one getting injured if people aren't assholes. One results in serious injury and bodily harm and possible death. Idiot. He's saying that my argument is that because I don't like the way things are, so I'm trying to change them. Well, someone doesn't like driving on the right side of the street, so they want to drive on the wrong side of the street. Really? That's your argument? You're an idiot. So anyways, basically what I ask is, is it fair for someone to be discriminated against for housing, for a job, for all of those sorts of things, merely because of the way they're dressed? And this guy basically answers, yes. And then he starts going into how a business owner would probably not hire someone like myself looking like how... First of all, also, he seems to think that if I went for a job, I'd be going with my glaring fucking goth makeup and stuff, which I wouldn't. On my site, I have shown some, what I would wish to be office attire if I could wear it. I think those pictures are still there. I'm not sure if they are. But, yeah, he seems to think I'm going to go with my garish frickin' makeup and stuff. Now, personally, this shouldn't frickin' matter at all. Just like it shouldn't matter a person's skin color, it shouldn't matter a person's sex, or trans status, or any of that stuff. And we're going to get to the trans status in a bit. And so he goes on about how, a business owner just wouldn't want you to be their face and be present in their shop because it might detract customers. This is another thing that people like this do. They seem to cater to bigots. But the thing is, when you encounter someone who makes these excuses, do what I do. I asked him flat out. I said, forget about what other people think. What do you think? How would you treat someone if you encountered someone that looked like myself, that was dressed like myself? Or you encountered a guy that was wearing a dress. Okay. So, I asked him that. And basically what he said was, I gotta find it. No, actually, I'm going to go back because I did ask him how he felt about women wearing pants, women wearing clothes. And he says, my perspective on that. Ooh, here he comes. All right, ready? It seemed like he was going to be reasonable. Some of the shit he says is reasonable. That's what sucks. While they might be traditionally men's items, women just don't put men's clothes on. They have varieties of those clothes made specifically for them, tailored to their shapes and sizes, even styling cues. He's an ignorant, because I know women, or I know of women, that shop from the men's aisle, because the women's clothing actually sucks. They don't have pockets, they don't fit right, all this sort of stuff. I know a lot of women that shop from the men's aisle. Okay? So, he's full of shit on that one. E.g., women's jeans might fit tighter and show off their shape more. No, they fit tighter because they fit tighter and they might fit their body tighter. But guess what? These pants that I'm wearing, they're tight. Okay? If a woman was wearing them, yes, her hips would show. My semi-hips show. Okay? They're clothing. They don't have a fucking gender, you jackass. Alright. And show off their shape more compared to the looser fit a man would wear. They take these things and make them their own. First of all, men's jeans don't have to be loose. They just are. That's how they're fitted. And I personally don't like them. I don't like draggy things. I like skirts because they slide, they move with you, whereas jeans fight you. You know, these don't fight. These fit nice and comfy. Okay, well they're disco. They're disco jeans. All right. While both men and women tend to value their own self-image, women on a whole other level, sexuality drives far more things in our lives than many realize. Okay. Men have been discouraged from taking care of themselves because there was a time when men did take care of themselves, when men were wore makeup, wore lace, wore all these fancy clothes. They're called nobles. Unfortunately, nobles got a bad name because a lot of them were assholes, like this guy. Women wear clothes differently. They're less likely to throw on jeans and a shirt and walk out the door like a guy does. Bullshit! Some women will just throw on a pair of jammies and go right outside. They tend to be more considering of how they assemble an outfit. They might mix a more masculine thing like jeans and something more feminine to balance it out, for example. Okay, yes, women do that. Guys would too if they were allowed to. But again, we have social rules that say guys shouldn't spend so much time getting ready. By the way, even when I get decked out fully, I'm often ready before my girlfriend, who's still getting ready. I don't know why this is, but this is how it goes. Now here is a very, very, very bigoted statement. Women can pull it off while still looking good. They're just good like that. Men aren't quite as good like that. A guy in a dress just doesn't really look good. Sorry, so sure men might be more limited in what fashion we have available to us, but at the same time, sorry, my thing blipped. God darn it, stop it. Oh. Oh, shoot. Let me see. Will it go back? No, it doesn't. Darn. I just lost my page. Hang on. I'll fix it. Okay, there we go. Women can pull it off better. Okay, I've read all that. Available to us, but at the same time, we basically don't care. I care. And I think there are men out there that actually do care. It's just, once again, we have been pushed to not care. As for being serious, men and women are not the same, so I'm not necessarily going to hold them to the same standards when it comes to self-image. Okay, he is an asshole. It's not his place to judge people based on their appearance in the manner that he just did. And he's, as for being serious, well, aren't you being serious? Looking at your pictures and reading your words, I take it you're not dressing that way as some kind of joke. You talk about wanting to be treated the same as everyone else in spite of your appearance. You're the one dictating seriousness, not me. I'm just pointing it out. I'm not dictating anything. I'm asking for, and I'm presenting styles that hopefully will inspire others to give it a try. I don't know where this guy came from, where this guy came up with this stuff. Oh, that's right. Okay, so when it comes to the job, I asked him flat out how he felt about, how he personally felt. Let's see. All right, here we go. Your context is the... Oh, here we go. Here we go. I found it. Sorry, guys. All right. My question to him. Gonna have to ask you this. How would you deal with or react to someone that is trying something different that maybe you yourself would not? How would you treat a guy that chose a skirted garment opposed to trousers? And he said, I think it depends on context of the situation. I mean, there's a difference between, say, a costume party versus some dude walking up to work on a Tuesday morning expecting to be taken seriously. Your context is the latter. You want to dress that way on the daily and be taken seriously. My first reaction would probably be one of curiosity, quote, is this guy serious, unquote. If I determine he is, then the most I can really do is simply limit contact and not associate. We don't have to be friends or anything. He's correct on that. Sure, it's not right to bully or harass or assault you. Perhaps I can still be nice and treat you respectfully enough, in the sense that you're a human being, but I sure as fuck don't owe you shit. Again with that comment. And I'm not going to take you seriously. Okay. What the hell does seriousness and attire have to do with anything? If I'm not dressed up like a clown, right, purposely funny, why does he make this differentiation? Why does he treat a woman in pants and a woman dressed pretty much like a male with respect, but say that he would pretty much not talk with me, not deal with me? You know, that's fine. If he does, that's his fucking right. Frankly, the way this guy is, I wouldn't want to deal with him either. But it's what he said about work that pissed me off. If he was in a position to hire. Now the thing is with this guy, he is like a lot of people out there. Not 90%. Sorry, dude. It's not 90%. That's in your own little mind. It's probably like 70% of people would do that. Okay. So, yeah. So anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said, if you want to see the conversation, please go to my page, and put in your own bit. The discussion went right downhill. He started spouting off about people whining about being treated badly because of the way they're dressed. And he was basically doing the you're asking for it argument. And that argument is a flawed argument. That argument is a bullshit argument, and it's an argument that needs to end. People, a woman in a short skirt is not asking to be raped. A guy wearing a dress is not asking to be beaten up. Unless he walks up to somebody and says, "Hey, can you beat me up?" Like any intelligent individual would do. So yeah, like I said, please, if you want to check it out, go to my fashion page. Like my fashion page if you like what's there. Comment, make a fair critique, if you don't like something. Don't say you look stupid. Say, yeah, this could look better with this or something like that. If it's on a picture where I say, hey, how's this look? But yeah, when it comes to people like this, there are so many people, too many people, who just hold to these outdated ideas. They also seem to think that men are utilitarian, period. And I kind of combat that. I don't think men are utilitarian, period. I think the fashion industry needs to stop fucking around with these really wild and stupid looking outfits that are absolutely impractical and start making some skirted garments for men. I mean skirted. I don't mean kilted. I mean skirts. In fact, screw it. We don't need male styles. We just need styles. End of subject. You can choose this outfit or this outfit. We don't need male styles or female styles. Male cuts, female cuts, yes. But here's something else. A lot of the dresses I have, and a lot of the gowns that I have, and a lot of the skirts I have, they fit me. Without alteration. They fit me fine. This is not the case for a lot of people. I understand this. But the notion of not taking someone seriously because of the way they're dressed, that only works if someone's purposely being funny or purposely doing something to not be taken seriously. The notion of not being respectful to someone simply because of their way they're dressed is also a notion that needs to go away as far as I'm concerned. So this is kind of a rambling video, like all my videos, but I would like to know what your guys' thoughts are on it. Also, please make comments about ideas for future videos. I might cover the stuff that's going on, like, you know, the whole gun issue, the whole school shooting issue stuff. But right now, that thing's such a mess. I mean, we've got stories about there being 2 shooters, and we've got stories about fake people, you know, being crisis actors and all this sort of stuff, and conspiracy theories all over the place with this thing. And, you know, it can't just be a school shooting. It's got to be, oh, this is a red flag or a black flag operation to take away our gun rights. Okay, we'll talk about that maybe, I don't know. But also, I would like to do more videos on fashion, on style, and the unfairness. Or, what I'd really like to be able to do is I'd like to post a positive thing about something that positively happened when it comes to style for guys. But I have a horrible feeling that's not going to be for a while. I think people are still going to hold to these outdated and stupid rules like this guy. By the way, this guy, you know how old he is? 31. I'm 46 years old. This guy's 31, and he's got a mind. His mind is that of a is that like an old crouchy 70-year-old. And the sad thing is, he's probably not the only one. There's probably a bunch of them out there, and I'm not sure what can be done to remedy this situation. I did basically say to him, please don't breed. And that's when he basically decided to say, well, at least I can breed. Like, he seems to think I don't have the ability to have sex with a girl and procreate. I financially do not have that ability. I can't raise a kid because of my finances. And my girlfriend doesn't want a kid. So, there we go. Plus, the world's got enough kids on the planet, and I wouldn't want to bring a kid up in this world the way it is right now. Especially the way things are going. Not just in the fashion area, but in so many other areas. Alright, so that's my video. And like and subscribe and share. Have a good day. Bye-bye.